Hey guys, what's up? Basketballer here. We are now on this first game. We're just discussing two games right now, and this is for the game on April 15, 2022. The first game will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, so that's Atlanta Hawks going up against Cleveland Cavaliers. Man, this is going to be an exciting battle. The winner will take the last spot for the Eastern conference playoffs and will go against the number one. And we all know who the number one team is, but let's just forget about that. Let's focus on this matchup again: Hawks versus the Cavs. Before we proceed, I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account and YouTube channel, Pass a Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on the bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. All right. So on this game, Cleveland Cavaliers would have the home court advantage. Although I gotta give it to Atlanta Hawks in terms of momentum. Of course, they would have that. They've been winning, and they just won their last game against the Charlotte Hornets. It was even a blowout game. I did not expect that to happen for real. In terms of fatigue, well, both teams will be coming off their rest day, so we can just skip that part. Okay. Let's try to take a look at the injury list for both teams. Let me just refresh my screen right here real quick. Okay, looking at the injury list of Atlanta Hawks, I see Lou Williams and John Collins still out for this game. So that's a total of two players out for Atlanta Hawks. But man, those two players are really gonna be crucial. Now let's take a look at Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavs, Sexton and Wade are listed as out, while Jarrett Allen is still listed as doubtful for this game. Right, so again, two players are out. That's Wade and Sexton, and we're still not sure. We're still not sure about Jarrett Allen's situation, whether he will be playing or not. So two players out, possibly three, depending on Allen's status for Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm looking at the spread. As we speak, it is at minus 2.5 for Atlanta Hawks, the visiting team. Okay, this is gonna be interesting, man. Almost all people, or yeah, almost all, are actually pointing towards Atlanta Hawks, and I cannot blame any one of them because Atlanta Hawks, they've been hot. They've been hot and they've been winning. The way they actually played against Charlotte Hornets, they were dominating, man. And Charlotte Hornets ain't no easy team, but look at what they did. The lead was, I don't know, how did it end again? 29 points. It ended up with a 29-point lead by Atlanta Hawks. It didn't even look like a play-in tournament game. So on this game, again, a lot of people are actually expecting Atlanta Hawks to win the game. They are even given the minus 2.5, even though it's the Cavaliers who are enjoying the home court advantage. And again, I perfectly understand that, but I really feel and think otherwise because of three things. Number one, the availability of defense for Trey Young. What do I mean by that? We all know the number one point guard of Cleveland Cavaliers is Darius Garland, man. So Darius Garland can actually score. Obviously, he's not as great as a scorer, like what Trey Young can do. Trey Young can easily score 40 points or 50 points, man, if you're not defending him. But what I'm trying to say is that Darius Garland, in an ordinary night, can actually score 20, 25, 15, and 18. That's a subpar performance for him. So they have someone who can actually score, but at the same time, they got people who can actually take on Trey Young and try to minimize the production of Trey Young. I'm talking about Okoro. I'm talking about Rajon Rondo, who can actually apply his veteran smarts or tactics against Trey Young. Again, Darius Garland, he can actually focus on as much as he can do in terms of scoring or in terms of assists and all that, and that can actually take away or in essence negate what you call this Trey Young can actually produce as well. But at the same time, they got some people who can also lessen what Trey Young can do in the people of Isaac Okoro and Rajon Rondo. That way, Garland can really focus on something else aside from trying to contain Trey Young. Number two, um, rebounding. I feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers would actually have the advantage in terms of rebounding. Let's not forget the possibility of Jarrett Allen playing, but of course we don't want to rely on Jarrett Allen. Even without Jarrett Allen, man, they got Mobley, and Mobley played well against Brooklyn Nets. Man, he was dunking the ball, rebounding the ball, and everything he was trying to. Everything that he needed to do, he did on that game, and I don't expect anything less on this game for that rookie Mobley. Not only Mobley is being backed up by Markkinen, also this veteran Kevin Love. Again, there are a lot of bigs for Cleveland Cavaliers, along with their little, not little, but small boys. They're doing gang rebounding as well. So I really feel like Cleveland Cavaliers, they would have the advantage in terms of rebounding, especially offensive rebounding here. And lastly, um, the veterans. The availability of the veterans. I'm talking about Kevin Love. I'm talking about Rondo. They're not just ordinary veterans, man. These are champions. Kevin Love and Rondo. Kevin Love was actually scoring against Brooklyn Nets. Rondo, you can see there, he actually has a lot of impact in the floor whenever he is there, whenever he is playing. He doesn't have to score like 20 points or 25 points. I'm talking about Rajon Rondo. All he needs to do is to orchestrate and make his teammates available and to give confidence to them. And at the same time, he can still defend, man. Not maybe not the same way that Okoro can do, but man, Rajon Rondo is still Rajon Rondo, and Kevin Love is still Kevin Love. So I'm still taking my hats off to those two. They are legit champions. So my pick on this one, they would be Cleveland Cavaliers plus 2.5. Again, if you are actually picking Atlanta Hawks, I got a lot of respect with that, and I perfectly understand that with the way they played before the season ended, with the way they played against Charlotte Hornets. I can't blame anyone, man. This could be a toss coin, but again, based on those stuff that I said, those three things, the defense available for Trey Young, offensive rebounding, not just offensive rebounding, but rebounding as a whole, and at the same time, the availability of the veterans for Cleveland Cavaliers. Those are the factors that I'm holding on to. That's why I'm picking Cleveland Cavaliers plus 2.5. Again, that's Cavs plus 2.5. Peace out, pass I love, and God bless.